Hello there! Today I want to talk about the information that appeared on the 26th of October that the President of the Russian Federation, Vladimir Putin, is dead. I will present only the facts and draw your own conclusions. Subscribe to my channel right now and let's get started. On the 26th of October in 2023 at 5:41 p.m. Washington time, the following post appeared in the popular Russian language political telegram channel General SVR, which has 427,000 subscribers.
Attention! At this moment there is an attempted coup d'etat in Russia. Russian President Vladimir Putin died this evening at his residence in Valdai. At 20:42 Moscow time, doctors stopped resuscitation and stated death. Now the doctors are blocked in the room with Putin's corpse. They are being held by the president's security officers on the personal orders of Dmitry Kochnev, who is in Touch and receives instructions from Nikolai Patrushev, secretary of the Russian Security Council. The security of the president's double has been reinforced. Active negotiations are underway. Any attempt to pass off the double as the president after Putin's death is a coup d'etat.
This message instantly went viral on Telegram and X, or Twitter. Many immediately began to deduct the truth of this information, and I will tell you why later. Putin's press secretary Dmitry Peskov rejected this information, and many media outlets published news about it. Social media exploded with the flood of jokes and memes. The next day at 4 a.m. a post appeared on the channel with more detailed information.
Dear subscribers and guests of the channel. Yesterday afternoon, the health of Russian President Vladimir Putin began to deteriorate sharply. About 20 hours Moscow time on duty medics called an additional team of doctors who, upon arrival, after 15 minutes, began resuscitation of the president. By that time, Putin's condition was critical. At 20:42 Moscow time, doctors stopped resuscitation and stated the death of the president, having informed the security officers on duty at the door about what had happened. On Dmitry Kokhnev's personal order, the room in the presidential residence in Valdai, which had been converted into an intensive care ward where Putin died, was locked. The doctors remained locked in with the president's corpse. Security officials ordered the medics to calm down, keep quiet, and wait. Dmitry Kochnev follows the instructions of Nikolai Patrushev, secretary of the Russian Security Council. Also, on Kokhnev's orders, the security of the president's double has been strengthened. Now the issue is being resolved, including the further fate of the medics. Negotiations on the creation of a coalition of representatives of near-Putin elites under the leadership of Nikolai Patrushev to preserve the current regime and use Putin's double as president are almost finished. But if when Putin was alive it was possible to use the double without any problems, in extreme case it was possible to present the real one, then after his Putin's death, any attempt to pass off the double as the precedent is a state revolution. Shortly before the death of the president, when it was already clear that he was dying, an option was considered to put Putin into a medically induced coma, thus preserving a fresh corpse, so that after a clear definition of the successor and a smooth transfer of power to present to the public freshly deceased. But this option, due to the death that has already occurred, has fallen away, and how his entourage will act is also being decided. We will inform you as information becomes available.
A few words about the source of information. The Telegram channel General SVR is allegedly run by the fugitive Lieutenant General of the Foreign Intelligence Service, Viktor Mikhailovich, who used to be part of Putin's inner circle. The channel was launched in 2020 and gave a large number of forecasts about upcoming events in the Kremlin. Some of them, for example the date of the start of the war in Ukraine or the fact of the death of Vladimir Zhirinovsky, came true. Some of them didn't. They say that the well-known political scientist Valery Solovyov, whom many experts didn't trust, is behind the channel. That is why many considered this information to be fake. Then new posts appeared.
No respect for the deceased. Putin's corpse was placed in a freezer where deep frozen food was previously stored at the presidential residence in Valdai. Medics who took part in Putin's treatment and resuscitation have been distributed to several rooms in the residence and continue to be held by the President's Security Service. Despite the readiness for the widespread use of the double, some events with the participation of the president planned before the new year are canceled. Virtually no one appreciated the blocked center of Moscow on the night of the president's death, and for nothing. After the news of Putin's death, virtually all informal talks with the Russian leadership on many fronts were halted. Now Nikolai Patrushev's entourage is deciding what to do with Putin's family. As early as this morning, in order to disrupt information about the president's death, it was planned to release a happy and smiling Putin's eldest daughter into the information space, and even thought about a similar outing of Alina Kabaeva, practically Putin's official mistress. But seeing that the Kremlin and opposition resources in unison cope with this task independently, decided to hold off. The doctors are still on the grounds of the Valdai residence. The president's corpse is there as well.
As you can see, the information is quite detailed and plausible. Many in Russia and Ukraine believe in it, probably because they really want it to be true. In many recent videos, you can find out why this is so. Some argue that this is disinformation designed to shake up the political situation in Russia. Others say that Valery Solovyov, who is possibly associated with this channel, works for the Kremlin and such disinformation is beneficial to the Kremlin. We'll find out soon enough. My channel is dedicated to history and not politics, but sometimes history happens right now and here. And that's why I recorded this video for you. Bye!